So today, what we are going anyway, we have seen that so many good lectures is coming out, and everybody is talking about the development is happening in India. I'm very much happy to see that there are so many. We are going to be a big player in the market and the global market. So to adding that to give more confidence to the industries as well as the academics, I just want to present you that how we can contribute, or how the computational electromagnetics can contribute to the different industries in terms of the fast development. One thing is fast development, second one is the error-free development, and third one is how to comply with international standards. Whatever the product we are going to manufacture, then definitely that should be compliant with international standards, or whatever the standards which will be developed by the 5G, 3GPP standards. So what we are going to talk about is current challenges. Obviously, you may be already familiar with these challenges and the solutions, but I will be a little bit talking about the electromagnetic aspect, how we can able to solve this kind of problems. So like on my previous professor Kiran sir was saying, and Mr. Sir was saying about the smart cities, smart development. So that is one of the innovation what is happening in around the globe. Connected home, we are hearing it about some around 10, 12 years back. Now it is coming to be completely on the wireless, and you have a latest version of the mobile phone. You can control everything in your home. And not only that, now the vehicle and now the latest vehicle are coming with not the keyless entry systems, and you can even operate your car with a mobile phone that was seeing in the fictional movies in the past. So that is a kind of development is actually happening. But when it is happening, one of the key important role is played by the connectivity materials, especially the antennas. That is one of the thing, and the drivers, which is actually controlling the antenna. So basically, the antenna is just a transducer. So there are so many systems are behind it, how to get the reliable communication. And about the 5G, the reliable communication is one of the most important thing. The data rate, how much data it can be transmitted, how error-free the data is coming, and also the multipath propagation that is also taking care of it. So it is all coming into reality. You will get a good product that is can manage, that will be error-free, that is can withstand a huge amount of data. So that is one of the most challenges that is happening in the industries. So what the simulation is playing a role, I hope that all the folks who are talking about, they will be also have some firm with the simulation methodologies, because simulation is one of the important things. The reason is, if you go for the calculations, you go for the manufacturing and you manufacture it, then you see that, okay, it is not compliant to the industrial international market or international standards. Then again, you have to go back to the manufacturing. It is adding a lot of cost, and the development time will be increasing. And now you see that is a very highly competitive field. Everybody is coming up, every industries are coming up, and everybody want to sell the product, or they want to come into the market first. So first in, first out methodology. So one of the most important thing to accelerate this process is the simulation. The simulation will give you an idea that whether your design process is going to be working, or whether it can be complained, or what are the kind of challenges is going to happen in the real time. So that is what generally does when the last couple of years, and there is a good improvement is happening. The simulation from 80%, 90%, some of the simulations are giving very good correlation with the measurement as well. When you come to the electromagnetics, we will be focusing on the 4 different aspects. One is the basic microwave and optical region, where a lot of players in India as well, they are working on the antennas, antenna arrays, for the base station as well as the receiver part, and also they are also working on the fiber material optical transmissions. And again, I will say, as I mentioned before, that the PC based, the ECU boards are one of the most important things, but they are suspected with a lot of emissions, radiations, immunity problems are there. That also we had to take care of. And now I can see that the switching networks, that is also one of the thing, actuators, controllers, and now you can see that all the industries are moving towards electric vehicles, the electric motor design, and it's also one of the complicated thing. So, but everything will be in a single hand that can be done by the simulation portfolio, and they will be all connected together. So you get like a system and assembly modeling, and say that everything can be connected. You can understand the, okay, how the performance is happening. If the antenna is radiating and you are getting the some how, what will be the fluctuations happening on the cable, because the cable also gets susceptible with the external radiation. So that all the kind of analysis can be done in a single nutshell. Now, now you see that the features about the 5G, as you see that one of the thing is it should have a very good latency, and there should not be any delay in the response. You have to send a bulk amount of data that should not be delayed. And like Mr. Sir was presenting about that kind of events, spiritual events, where you can place the singer can be one place and the background can be another place. So one of the thing is no latency, the speed of the transmission, there is no delay should be there, and you should have transmitted a huge amount of data. So everything will be important in terms of the 5G. Now, these are the statistics what we have seen in from the past. Now, even it is forecasted from a couple of years back, but now I think that it is again improved. So 25 billion is now maybe improved to 51. That is a kind of forecast already there. So we have more than 50,000 of technical purpose on 5G is already released, or it is coming on the way. At least 30,000 is already in the market, already in the different journals and conference papers. Now, one of the thing which is also need to be discussed is about the frequency bands. Like Kiran sir was saying about the different kind of frequency bands he is actually going to test. So we will be interested in the sub-6 gigahertz frequency band as well as the millimeter wave frequency bands. I think that if I remember. Samir Chennai, they already have a test bed for the sub-6 gigahertz 5G test bed. So these are the development is also happening in India, not only just for the developing of the communication devices, they are also developing the different kind of test beds in the incubators or the IIT kind of prestigious organizations, institutions. Now, coming to the different challenges in the industry and how we can solve that is the part will be coming. So one of the thing is business challenges obviously there. So everybody has to be adapted with the 5G technology. They have to be good hand in hand with the latest technology. Obviously, it is not only 5G, any technology that we had adapted in the industrial very fast as well. Very much important. How much they can adopt the latest technologies. And how the complexity is varying. Obviously, 5G is a very complex method technique, but however, on the when it is growing or when it is coming more and more papers are coming, then it will become more easy to understand. But however, any technology, just like at the beginning, it will be very much complicated. Then the redesign, obviously, everything has to be redesigned in terms of the communication network and everything. As well as for the technical problems, obviously we are not that much familiar with the millimeter wave technology, but now obviously even now it is included in the curriculum, and some of the institutions are included in the curriculum. So it will be like the new generation engineers may be much familiar with the millimeter wave technology and the complexities and the complex terms like phase division multiplexes and beam steering and everything will be familiar. Now it is comes to the development of the product. Now you have to release the product in the market. So as I mentioned before, there has to be compliant. One is any device has to be compliant with the electromagnetic interference and compliant as for the IEC and other norms. And also if you consider about the cables, you have to be compliant with the different kind of CISPA standards. Now, not only that thing, if you consider about your phone, it is radiating. Your base station antenna, it is radiating. And 5G, one of the problem with the 5G is the range and the distance between it is very difficult to establish the very large range communication. So one of the thing is there. So for that thing, you need to add a more number of transceivers or routers are there, but that will add more complication, not only in terms of the implementation. The other thing is that how the safety can be affected to people, because generally we calculated the specific absorption rate for the human body for the antenna. Same way for the base station, our performance standard is ICNRP standard as there. So we had to get that complaints as well. So you have to see that, okay, how much is the particular transceivers are going to get affected, going to affect the human body. That is one of the challenge that also here to be seen. So fortunately, simulation methods, they are also providing you the accurate models, phantom models for the testing, because you know that physical testing is not always possible. Earlier, it was even animal testing was there, but now it is also restricted. Under certain cases, we can test the animals as well. So that is a good thing that the researchers are implementing the phantom models, which are very accurate and which are very close to the human or animal nature. So it will be easy for you to understand that whether the device is going to be compliant or not compliant. So we will be and discussing about three important industry verticals, how the 5G is going to be very much important in that industries. For example, one is high tech, the other one is transportation mobility, and third one is the industrial equipment. For the high tech, as I mentioned, that most of the things are coming on the network side. They will be producing the consumer electronics, or they are working on the smart appliances, or some may be depending on the wireless or wearable antenna network, or it's also applicable for the life science as well, because that is also one of the important beneficiary of the 5G. So one is the important thing is for us how we are going to contribute from the electromagnetic point of view. We are going to help them to for the analysis or development of the millimeter wave antennas, or how they can integrate that antennas into their particular device. That means and how much that antennas will not going to create any huge amount of radiations, or that will not affect the other issues, because the problem is that generally any antenna that is actually an intentional radiator, and also there will be an unintentional radiator will be their cable. For example, it's an unintentional radiator, so these radiations can affect the other ECUs as well, so that ECU performance will reduce. So we have to find out that is the best shielding method or best isolation method for this antenna. So that is one of the thing which we also work along with the industries. And the same way, the development of the 4G, just we did for the 4G, the same thing we do for the 5G. It is more complicated than the 4G network, and the application like a spatial division multiplexes or the kind of beam steering kind of method. So that we are going to implement, we also has to provide the industries a reliable product which is very fast in terms of simulation, because simulation is one of the thing. And the problem with the 5G is they have more number of elements will be there and the different kind of configurations. So the simulation should be very fast, and also it should be very much accurate to get the product in time. So we will be not only interested on the antenna design, but the other thing, as I said, when you are going to place the antenna on a particular device. So as I mentioned, that you may affect the devices there. So we have to find out the best isolation for that particular antenna. The other thing is that how that antenna is going to behave in that particular environment. For example, in a mobile phone case, how the radiation pattern is there. Obviously, because of the platform interference, there will be perturbations there. Some perturbations are not applicable, some will be, we can pass that test. So that also we have to be take care of it. So it will be different in terms of 5G in subsea cards or in the millimeter wave, because the in subsea cards you already know that the density is more and complication is more, and there will be, because the element size is also large, and to allocate it within the smaller platform is very difficult. But on the other hand, millimeter wave, that element size is very less. But as I mentioned, that we are considering about the antenna array is not just like one or two antennas. When you are considering with the MMO architecture, the one other thing is that how you are going to place it over there on the particular platform, that kind of elements. But obviously it will be very much short in size. But the range, that is our concern. So that we have to be improved. The other part, as I already mentioned, that the ECU development. ECU development is one of the other key problem. So we needed to understand, we had to smart design the ECUs, which is used for this 5G network. So we had to be, that PCB level, we had to make it perfect so that it will not create much problem in the future. For example, the layout, whether that layout will be going to work, or the traces have more cross coupling and all the things we have to test. So signal integrity, power integrity analysis, that is one of the key analysis that's happening in the IA tech industries or 5G industries for to avoid further complications after the fabrication or the testing. So this kind of methods also we are trying. And the other thing is the temperature sensitive, because all the integrated circuits, what we design, it will be all temperature sensitive. We have to find out that how much the temperature is created by this particular ECB, and we have to avoid that heating up the integrated circuit with other devices to be in a problem. So we had to find out the solution, and we had to provide the corresponding shading mechanisms or corresponding cooling mechanism for that thing. And finally, after the PCB design, now we had to go to the physical testing. But before the physical testing, we can do the same testing in the virtual platform as well. And I can say that not every software solutions may not be, MEMC is not that much easily implementable in any software solutions, but most of the commercial softwares are trying to adapt that kind of method. So now you can even go for the EMSA testing like radiated emission, conducted emission, or a susceptibility test. These are very much important. So in 5G as well, there are dedicated testing cylinders will be there. You have to test it. So physical testing is always cost and time consuming. So you have to avoid multiple testing. So which is one of the best choices. Do the virtual testing and understand that okay, what are the possible chances of failure. Once you find out that, figure out that, then you can make the solution here in the software domain itself. Then after that, you can go for the physical testing. So generally, you can reduce to 32.7 or something like that. Sometimes you may pass in the first testing, so depending on the standard. After testing and everything, then now once you say that okay, your device is capable of withstanding any kind of fluctuations and it will work in the real environment, then the other problem is that how the base station or kind of thing is to be implemented the tower, because the implementation the tower is more expensive than the manufacturing of the antenna, right? So you have to be very much careful and all these things. You can then what the virtual platforms like the software simulations can do it. You can virtually place the antennas on the tower kind of structures, and you can provide the electrical tilt and mechanical tilt as per this convenience. You can check that. You can place one or two antennas or antenna arrays. Then you can see that okay, what is the possible coverage it is happening. So you can understand that thing. You can complete to the propagation mapping and finalize that okay, for this tower I needed this antenna in this direction and this electrical and this mechanical. That is actually going to save a lot of time when you're going for the actual implementation. And one more thing is there, you have to go for the compliance as well. So you have to test this particular base station antenna according to as you place a human phantom, and you can test it. Okay, how much is that base station is going to influence the human body, or how much radiation is going to be absorbed by the human body. In subregards, the SAS standards is mostly very much important, and the millimeter wave definitely those standards will need to be there, because the penetration will be less, but the power flow will be have to be seen. So we also tested similar kind of cases, and we have seen that the penetration is very less, but it is actually the power flow is actually happening throughout the body. So that is also one of the thing, and the new standards. So we are waiting for the new standards as well. In from the industry verticals, that we didn't provide it, but very soon I hope that the new standards also we are going to be in place, and we're going to test it. And this is an example of what we generally do for the industries, for basically for the propagation model mapping and etc. So we have our 3D experience platform where we can construct the entire smart city kind of structures. And what you can do is you can place your base station on the location, just like you can see the base station is placed over there. When that radiation is happening, you can see that okay, how that radiation is actually spreading across that particular area. And if suppose if your person is over there, you have a mobile phone, you can, it's possible that how much depending on the mobile phone sensitivity, antenna sensitivity, how much you can receive from that particular base station. So it is a lot of challenges. Obviously the multipath propagation is one of the things. The weightation is also going to be contributed. What it is missing is obviously the atmospheric effect is not there, but we can include ourselves as the losses. Definitely the 3GPP standard equations will be in place, so we can add that equations as well. We can make more finalized as per the 3GPP standard. Basically, this is one of the important project what we do nowadays, because most of the industries are interested to see that how their base station is going to be working, how efficiently that can be propagated over the media. The other thing is we also do some analysis for the reliability and the resilience as well. For example, the building, you have a antenna, base station antenna. If a thunder strike is or lightning strike is happening, how much is going to affect at the entire metallic structure is going to resonate according to that frequency. So it will also going to create a huge amount of current will flow. It can damage the 5G system. So we have to see that okay, what is a possible effect. We have to provide the appropriate lightning arresters for that thing. And also we can like you can see it, even we can do the other mechanical aspects also. If it is a wind flowing, or if it is having any earthquake, how much it is going to affect the 5G product and kind of thing. So this all thing is not completely electromagnetic, but there is a mechanical simulation as well. So it is a like complete simulation methodology. So especially I'm going to finishing very soon. So we have to talk something about the transportation mobility, obviously for the automotive industries. So that is one of the major beneficiary of the 5G communication. And nowadays, everybody is interested on the autonomous driver assistance system and the vehicle communication. Obviously, is a smart vehicle. So what are the challenges is going to be faced when you're going to create the most smart vehicle like Tesla? They are having a lot of the experiment they are doing. Apple, they are doing the experiments. Obviously, we have to see that how the communication devices are working, because there are so many antennas will be there, so many communication protocols will be implemented for the vehicle. So even after the accidents, how it is, how they are working, how reliable the vehicle equipments, how reliable this electronic modules. That's also had to do. That is a mechanical aspects and electrical aspects. All these communication antennas will be placed in a small area. So you have to be kept it isolated so that the cross coupling, or what do you say, that the cosine interferences has to be minimized. RF distance should be minimized, and also your cables should be protected from this radiation, because it will be an electric vehicle. Obviously, the electric vehicle, the performance is one of the important thing, depending on the cables and all these things, how they are protected. So these are the one of the bigger challenges in the automotive industry. So we have a lot of customers. They are actually working on the particular aspects. So they are working on the antenna design, placement. Obviously, the ADAS 77.5 gigahertz radar is actually implementing how that performance there, how accurately it can be working, and they are all doing the testing. And the ghost signal, the presence of ghost signal, they are experimenting. There are so many things are coming. And similar for the smart manufacturing as well in the industrial equipment scenario, the smart beam sensor equipped with the sensors interconnected with antennas. So we already seen that automotive robots, they are actually doing most of the work what we can see here. But how that performance can be improved by using the 5G is one of the example. It's coming from Ericsson and from Harvard University. So what they did is they have a predicted that around 660 million pound can annually save for the bladed disc manufacturing. This actually for the aerospace engine leaf, you can see that it's very the high accurate and precision manufacturing is required for the aerospace engines. So what we can do is we can place that vibration sensors along with the 5G communication device. You can see, you can monitor that how the vibration is affecting. You can make it more and more reliable. You can understand that what are the challenges is going to happen, how it is going to be creating any problems and all these things. This is one of the most important things, and it is the prediction from Ericsson. And the other case is how.
Sumit, just in interest of time, I think if you, how much more do you have?
Yeah, it is going to finish very soon.
Okay, all right.
The similar thing is in the smart manufacturing as well. You can see that we can place robot over here, and you can place two antennas over there, and each antennas, how the visibility is there, because it is also one of the important things, how many antennas are required to place over to control the kind of devices and everything. So this is also one of the aspect of simulation. So to conclude, what we are seeing is, I just to discuss mostly on the electromagnetic side, but it is a combination of thermal, mechanical, and industrial design as well. So it is like it is all related. So all the devices have a temperature, problems will be there, and because of the temperature can create some mechanical structural problems as well. So it again go back to the electromagnetic performance as well. So all these things are coming into a single nutshell that has to be taken care of it by the industries. So basically, what we are interested is in the electromagnetic and thermal and structural simulations. In all are in hand by handshake. EMAC performance can affect by thermal by structural by EMAC, like that way. So there are so many projects that we are taking care of it, and we are developing more and more in our 3D experience platform to give confidence to the industries to accelerate the growth in their product manufacturing. So that is a thing which we are only discussing about high tech and transportation mobility in just a short time, because there are so many other aspects as life science as for example, it is actually benefited by the simulations. So finally, this is what I was presented over here. So anyway, OEM like you already seen that OEM suppliers, they has to spend a lot of time to invest on the 5G development, and the development to be done, it's to be accelerated. So we focused on the 3 industries, and we have seen that, okay, what is the importance of the simulation over here? So simulation, but obviously I would say that 90% is our effort and 10% is the simulation is coming out. And the 10% is more important for saving a lot of money. That is a sad story. And we, VAS 3D is partner with Jasper Systems. We also executed the project we have for the different industries in the 5G. We have certain case studies are there. We that will be available in our booth. So whoever can contact us, can please contact us. We will also ask you, we will also consult you for developing the reliable 5G product in the manufacturing. Thank you very much.
Hey, Sumit, thanks a ton. I think that was a good technical deep dive into all the good stuff that you're doing.